Hello everybody, I am Sean.
And I'm Amber.
And we are the couple that grills together. And today we're going to be putting some stickers on our Ferdinand. And we're going to be talking about the Chimp by Grilla Grills Grill and doing an update on that and let you know where we're at on that. So we're just going to dive right into it as we're putting these stickers on the Ferdinand today, our RecTech 700 Bull. So the way I want to start this out is, so we got some good things and we got some not such good things to talk about. So I'll start with the good things. So the Chimp, it's made by a company called Grilla Grills, and I'll say overall their customer service is very good. Very good customer service. We were well taken care of through the whole process of everything we went through. I have nothing bad to say about the customer service. I give the customer service an A for sure on that. That we were well taken care of as far as the customer service side goes. The second thing I would say is I love the look of their grill. As far as the logos and all that, I love how it's made. I do. I love the look of it and everything. And then I will also say that even through all the issues we had with the grill, just about every cook we had, well, I say every cook we had turned out good. There was not a bad cook. It may have not been as it's probably, I think some of them probably weren't as smoky as we'd want them. But that could have also had, that could have been the chips we were using at the time. But overall, the cooks were very good. But we did run into some issues with the Chimp. So if you watched our original video on the Chimp, you saw all the issues we went through there. So I'm not going to go over that. You can go back and look at it. They ended up sending us a new grill, and we went into using it. We used it, and right off the bat, it worked perfect, didn't it, Amber?
It did.
The temperature was not all over the place. It stayed steady. We cooked on it, and everything turned out great again. And then, so again, we live in Florida. Anybody that lives in Florida or knows about Florida, we get a lot of rain, especially in the afternoons. But Amber and I never let the weather determine whether we grill or not. We've lived out in Colorado when it's snowing, 0 degrees outside, and yes, we still grill. Florida, unless there's a hurricane coming, we're still grilling. We don't let the rain determine us. We grill and smoke stuff when it's raining outside all the time. Now, part of our patio, we have the, what is that out there that we got covering it?
Sunshades.
We have the sunshades, which help keeps the rain so bad in spots. And we do have the grills underneath there. So we don't let the weather deter what we do. So we were using our Chimp, and we were doing some cooks with it. And then one day we go out there to do another cook on it, and we were to the point where we were about to sell Ferdinand, which we held on to him because he was so great, and we had to make sure before we let Ferdinand go, before we put Ferdinand out to pasture, I guess you could say.
And the only reason for that was because we were trying to downsize to a smaller smoker.
Right.
We absolutely love Ferdinand. It was just, it really makes no sense for us to have such a huge smoker when it is just the two of us.
Right. And so we go out there to do some cooking, and I go to turn on the Chimp, and nothing. I was like, what's wrong? Nothing. So then I try to turn on Ferdinand. Nothing. Well, we got both of those plugged up to a GFI plug outside. So the GFI plug tripped. So I said, oh, okay. So I reset it. Go to turn the chimp back on, nothing. Go to turn Ferdinand back on, nothing. Well, it tripped the GFI again. And so this time, I reset it and I turned Ferdinand on. It worked just fine. When I went to turn the chimp on again, it tripped the breaker again on the GFI. And I'm like, why is it doing this? So I'm looking. And I have to say, because we'd gone probably about a week and a half before this happened, wouldn't you say? Close to 2 weeks, maybe. Because we'd done a few cooks on it before it started tripping. Yeah. So, I mean, we'd gone probably a couple of weeks cooking on it and not had any issues. And so I was frustrated, couldn't figure it out. Amber got on the phone with customer service, called them. And when she told me what they said, I do have to say I told her I'm done with it. We're sending it back. Because even though I think it's a good company, tries to put out a good product, I think overall their product is good. But when you ask me, well, did it get wet? An outside grill, you're asking me if it got wet. I'm like, what kind of question is that? It's outside. It's a grill. No matter where you live, everybody gets rain. A lot of people get snow. Some kind of moisture. It's going to get wet. What does that mean? Did it get wet? Well, he said sometimes the boards get wet and it'll do that. And I said, the boards get wet? And I looked at it and then it dawned on me, because of course we were going to try to replace the board at one time. It dawned on me that the board actually sits on the outside of the grill instead of behind the metal plate. It sits on the outside of the metal plate. So yes, moisture could get in there. It's not sealed in any way, shape, or form. And to me, that's just a bad design to sit there. And the first thing you ask is, did the grill get wet? I just thought that was a crazy question. And I told Amber, if that was the question, I just want to just ask them if we can return it. Because even though we were downsizing, it still wasn't a cheap grill. It was $600? About $600. And don't get me wrong, there's lots of people that have them, haven't had any issues with them.
There's plenty of people, yeah.
Plenty.
I mean, they have a great reputation for their quality and their customer service, but apparently this can be an issue, and it was an issue for us. But I would say, if that's one thing that Grill needs to do, is to make it to where that board is not exposed like that. Because I don't know, we use our grills every night, so no, I do not cover them, because I'm not going to stay up after I cook to make sure it's cool enough all the time, put a cover on it, and then turn around and take the cover off the next day. So no, I don't cover them every day. Well, and a lot of times when we are cooking, it is raining.
Right. A lot of times when we're cooking, it is raining. I got some meat on there and it rains a little bit. The board gets wet. Then I'm without anything. Now, I will say, I'm glad it happened before we sold Ferdinand. Because, again, I will say Grilla Grills customer service is good. Amber, he asked what we wanted to do about it.
Yeah, and I told him, that because of the fact that this was our second grill, and the first grill, y'all know from our other video, we had problems from the very beginning with that grill. It was a mess. So, Sean and I do live by the philosophy that, you get signs on how you need to do things and how you need to proceed. And
we just had finally, we were like, you know what? That's too many things pointing to us that we need to get rid of this grill. And so we told them that we did not want to keep it. And they were great about us sending it back. So I will say, for customer service, yes, they definitely get an A because they were so great, helping us with all of our issues. So I really appreciate that. And like we said, we know that people love Grilla Grills. That was part of what, got us interested in them, was seeing their reputation. But it just was not the right grill for us. One thing that I will say regarding the board, on the RecTech grill, it sits behind the metal, and there's also actually a little lip that overhangs over it so that the water would drip away from where that board is located. So, we gave it a try. Sean told you about the things that we really liked about it. But in the end, apparently it just was not in the cards for us.
Again, never a bad cook on it. So I mean, the product works. I don't know how else to say that. If what I'm trying to cook on there turns out good, hey, it's doing its job. Even with all the issues we had, but that's something I would recommend them doing, is putting that board behind the plate, because if that wouldn't have been an issue, we'd have the Chimp today.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great size.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, and that one is very convenient for folding up to, take on a weekend getaway or to do some tailgating. That was great. It's just the control board being susceptible to moisture.
Yes. But so we still have our Ferdinand, though. Thank goodness we kept it.
Yeah, we love Ferdinand.
We do.
We've never had one issue with him, and we are now closing in on 2 years having him.
Right. Yes. So I want to thank you for watching the update on our Chimp from Grilla Grills. Again, I'm not going to say don't go buy a grill. Just be aware of that issue with the board. The product, the customer service was great. Overall, the product worked great. So it's up to you. Just do your own investigating and go from there. And everybody get out there and grill, because everything's better together. Isn't that right, Mickey? Mickey Rooney.
Sweet boy.
Yeah. I want to be on TV.
Uh-oh.
I want to be on TV.
You're not much for taking chances, but you're taking a chance on me. And now we're building bridges as far as the eye can see. And I never thought I'd find anything close to all that I knew you would be. Ain't it beautiful? Darling, beautiful. With you here next to me. I dream in color.